Now we are going to see the first part of the chapter polymers. Before knowing what is polymerization, monomers and polymers, you might have seen people tying flowers and getting the garland. How many flowers will be there in the garland? 50, 500, 5000, 50,000, 1 lakh, depends upon the length of the garland. Am I correct? The flowers also can be of same type or different type. Am I correct? Likewise, small organic molecules combined together, they can form long giant molecule called polymer. The small molecules which are combined are called monomers. The giant molecule is called polymer. This process is called polymerization. As I told you, the garland can have same type of flower or different type of flower. Likewise, the polymer which contains same type of monomer is called homopolymer and different types of monomers are called copolymer. Now let us see the classification of the polymers on the basis of source, structure, mode of polymerization and force of attraction between the molecules. On the basis of source, if the monomer obtained is from a natural source, then the polymer is called natural polymer. For example, starch and cellulose. Synthetic polymer which are prepared from chemicals which are acting as a monomers. Semi-synthetic means the monomer which we are taking is from a natural source, but with the help of chemicals we prepare a big giant molecule, then it is called semi-synthetic. Paper is prepared from cellulose acetate. Now let us go to on the basis of structure. You might have seen the three structures. One is simply linearly the chain is going. Second one contains slightly branched. Third one cross-linked, three-dimensional cross-link network solid. First one example is linear is polythene, PVC, polyvinyl chloride, all those things. Branched polymer, natural rubber is an example of branched polymer. Cross-linked bakelite is an example which is used for making switchboards and handles of cooker, iron box handles, they are all made up of bakelite. Now, mode of polymerization. On the basis of mode of polymerization, addition polymer and condensation polymer. This question used to come so often in the examination. Addition polymers, can you notice there is a double bond? So it will contain unsaturated monomer. It needs an initiator to start the reaction. It follows chain growth polymerization. These are the three essential conditions for addition polymerization to take place. Now let us see the condensation polymer. It involves bifunctional group. What is the meaning of bifunctional group? Two functional groups must be there. For example, acid and amine or acid and alcohol pair or formaldehyde with phenol, formaldehyde with melamine, formaldehyde with urea. Like this, two functional groups must be there. It involves step growth polymerization. It involves removal of water, ammonia. Such molecules will be removed during its formation. This is the difference between addition and condensation polymerization. Then we are going to see on the basis of force of attraction, we can classify them into four categories: elastomers, fibers, thermoplastics and thermosetting plastics. Let us see in detail what are elastomers, fibers, thermoplastics and thermosetting plastics. All of you might have seen the rubber material. They are called elastomers. They are rubber-like solids. So you might have seen at high temperature it will melt easily. Rubber bands which we are using, at high temperature it will melt. At low temperature they will be brittle, break, because they have weak van der Waals force of attraction. Example, rubber and Bruneius. Now, fiber. They are thread-like solids. Thread-like means they will be looking like fiber, rope-like solids. Example, polyesters and nylon, which we are wearing every day, day-to-day life. We are wearing the polyesters and we are using nylon ropes for drying clothes and other things. They have very strong force of attraction. Now let us go to the thermoplastics and thermosetting plastics. As you all know, from the name itself we can understand thermoplastics. It is affected by heat. It will be linear or slightly branched polymers. Force will be in between elastomer and fiber. Their thermoplastics force will be in between elastomer and fiber. It can be remolded by heating and cooling. You have to heat it and cool it, and you can change the shape of the plastics. We are putting some plastics which is broken, we are giving to the kabadiwala. He will be recycling it. He will be taking the factory there. They will melt and cool it and they will get new plastics. They are called thermoplastics. Next, thermosetting plastics. They are three-dimensional, cross-linked network solid. They have very strong force of attraction. They cannot be remolded. You might have seen the switchboards. They cannot be remolded. Example, bakelite. It cannot be remolded. Then we will see addition polymers and condensation polymers in the following videos.